Good morning. Another day, another real world test. This time we're doing on the Moto Z4. Something a little different about today's video though is that I'm not in New York where I normally would be. I'm in beautiful Chicago. Now being in Chicago is twofold right now. One, it is where Motorola's headquarters are and their kind of home bases, and they asked me to do a video on this phone and flew me out here. But also, we're gonna be using some of the Moto mods, and namely the one that I'm really interested in is the 5G Moto mod, because it runs on Verizon's millimeter wave 5G network, which I've actually never been able to test yet, but it is live here in Chicago. Now, if you're not familiar, Real World Test here is where I'm gonna try to go through my normal day. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that I'm sure Motorola is going to show me, and I'm going to kind of just wander around and be a little bit of a tourist here. But going through that normal day and checking on the battery throughout the day to see how it does, as well as taking photos and videos and doing other things with this phone and putting them up on the screen so you guys can check them out. With that said, though, first things first, coffee. Check. Real quick though, while we're in here, before we head over to the merchandise mart, which is where Motorola's headquarters are, let's check in on the battery as we do. It is 10:46 a.m. I took it off at about 8:30 or so. We are at 95%. Hello, Moto. Okay, now we're in Motorola's headquarters, and we're going to actually get a little bit of a tour of their 5G testing facilities in here using that 5G Moto mod that I mentioned earlier. And then we'll get to play with the 5G Moto mod and kind of see how that does. Again, kind of excited because I've never used millimeter wave.
Now we have 10 videos running simultaneously, most of them in 4K or HD settings, so that we're consuming as much bandwidth as we can possibly consume with those. So 10 videos, a duo video call. The phone's display is remoted.
So we had 1800 before, close
Yeah,
to 1700,
almost
1800.
1800.
So now it's 1300. So the rest of the 10 applications are consuming max 500 megabits.
Okay, so this is a controlled environment, obviously, but still, all of that is running off of basically this 5G Moto mod doing a hotspot. That's nuts.
So this was, okay, you can see this was taken on 6/4, and maybe somewhere different points in time on the streets we are looking at. So I think you can see at one point we were so excited even for a 600 because this is what we are getting for the first few months, right? That was around January through February. That was still a big number.
Crazy, yeah.
When we close this room again, the signal level will drop down to like 1 billionth of what is outside. So that allows us to do very controlled test at the how small a signal can go and radio can receive. So we are able to do those type of tests.
Okay, now let's see what it can do outside the lab. done with the testing and checking out the 5G lab, and it is now 5:22, so let's check in on the battery. It is at 65%. Now, one of the interesting things about that 5G Moto mod is that it actually has a 2000 milliamp battery built into it. And so the 5G mod, as you're using it, drains its own battery, not the battery in the phone, which is kind of cool. The engineers even told me that the 5G mod should be able to run all day on its own power without affecting the overall battery life of the phone itself. So it's just, one of those benefits of having the 5G built into the mod and not the phone. It has its own Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset and X50 modem built in, which enables the 5G and lets it sort of control its own components. And then there's also, of course, more room for more battery. I'm about to get something that I love here in Chicago that I haven't had in a million years. A Chicago pizza. Okay, I'm stuffed. It was ambitious and dumb thinking I could finish that, but whatever. Let's head out of here and let's test some night shots. Now, besides the 5G mod that I was super excited about, this phone can also use all of the other Moto mods too. Okay, calling it a night. It is 10:52 p.m. and we are at about 25%. One more thing worth noting, the phone is $499 and the Moto mod is $350. Sometimes you can find a discount on it, but honestly, the interesting thing about that is that for a 5G millimeter wave phone, this is probably the cheapest way, at least in the United States, that you can get access to that. Hope you guys like this video. Please let me know in the comments below what you thought of the phone, of this video, etc. And if you did like the video, please thumbs up it or share it. Greatly appreciated. And as always, regardless, thanks for watching. And Alexa, play rain sounds. Good night.